it looks like we have vetoed, and it seems like we're playing Dust 2.
Yeah, we started on Dust 2, we then vetoed, and then we ended back up on Dust 2. Seems
Beautiful.
everyone in the UK plays Dust 2. I think 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 4 of the games last night were on Dust 2 that were casted. One of them was my game where I got 6 frags. I'm so great at this game.
Yeah. What rank are you at the moment?
Well, I peaked DMG, we'll call it that.
You peaked DMG.
I peaked at DMG.
Who carried you to DMG?
No one.
No one.
Played
Oh,
games
right,
with
okay.
Ezio and Messioso. I didn't get carried.
Oh
I got
right,
my
so
fair share.
Ezio and his Supreme account carried you to DMG. Nice.
No, he was on a Smurf.
Oh right, okay.
We didn't carry. They were fun games, and then I just happened to get DMG. It's like, oh, okay, cool. But no, I'm around MG1, MG2. That's where I kind of plateaued out at.
Fair enough. You're still better than Chewy, to be fair. He's still Gold Novus. It's a fair play to you, Hoss. Not bad for a Heroes of the Storm thingamajig.
Heroes of the
player.
Legends.
Yeah, I don't know, some crappy name like that. But anyways, guys, welcome to the ESL UK qualifier number 3. Here we are on the second day. This is when things really start to get hot and spicy. We've got United Estonia up against CAZ eSports, and we're here on Dust 2, and we're in for one heck of a ride.
We certainly are, and how are they setting up to start things off? Looks like Cal's a little bit undecided. They can spray some bullets. Okay, we're not live. I always hate when teams do that. Like, they look like they're getting set up, and then someone just types not live, and then you see a team kill, and it just takes you off guard. Predictions, Mr. Knight. Best of one.
This is the best of one, isn't it? I'm going to say 16-10 to United Estonia.
Ooh.
But I think... Obviously, no, actually, yeah, 16-10 to United Estonia. I've got a funny feeling with them starting on the CT side, if they can win the pistol and accumulate some money and give Spur his AWP, then they'll become very, very difficult to try and break down. But, again, you can't rule out this CAZ eSports team. Like you said, they played under Raster XD. They've now been picked up by Casual eSports, and even though they're called Casual eSports, trust me, I know the guy behind them, and they're not casual whatsoever. They're in this for the long run, and they really, really, really want to make their mark on the UK scene, and I think it could end up being catastrophic for a lineup with players as strong as Jake and Mole, Reason and Spuds, for example, not to qualify for EPS. So, fingers crossed for them, for the sake of the UK scene, but United Estonia are also eligible. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah. I think it'll be a little bit closer. I'm thinking a good 16-12.
Okay.
My instinct's telling me they'll be towards CAZ, but I'd really like to see UE just get back up on their high horse and get to the point where they were a few months back. Yeah,
fair enough. Fair enough. Obviously, we all love this United Estonia side. People always go on about how. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's not go there.
Yep.
You know where what I'm.
So T. We're going to be live now. Game restarted. GLHFs are out. And where are CAZ going to go? They've got a good amount of them towards the A side. Last time we saw UE go 2 towards A, 2 towards B. This time they're going to go for a boost up short and show some early aggression, it seems. With Spuds getting tagged down to 13 HP, which obviously isn't a great start.
No, it isn't. Nugget's going to go aggressive on short, utilising that decoy to potentially put the CTs off, but the mass majority of them are in and around tunnels towards the B bomb site, so we could perhaps see a B split come out here. And it's not obviously uncommon to see B splits on the T side of Dust 2 because of obvious reasons. When you've got the Glock, when you're trying to utilise those Glocks to their, you want to try and keep things up close and personal. A great opener from Mo.
Yeah, considering the tags that have gone out early, it's actually CAZ who gets the first frag. Reason finding Fetz, puts him down to 12 HP. Fetz has to fall back out of window and just hand this site over now. Nuga trying to get the one dink there, forced away because of the molly. Really nicely placed from CAZ, and they're going to get the bomb down here, so it's retake time for versus 5.
Yes, it is. Bomb is down. Spuds is bleeding internally. He's going to have his head chopped off now, but look at this crossfire coming out from CAZ eSports. Jacob in a position that isn't checked very often, just behind the doors, as Nuga and co try to break in. The Glocks, the triggers are being pulled. Great shot coming in from Reason. Cal's going to try and break in, but he knows that the teams are going to dance their way around this. They just need to play for time, because the bomb should go off anytime soon. And Jacob will get his second of the round to finish things off. And it is going to be 1-0 in favour of the Brits.
You say as if UE aren't British.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just sort of jumping on the Twitch chat hype.
Yeah,
but
jumping on the bandwagon.
Guys, yeah, United Estonia do have, are eligible, as we've covered.
Yeah.
You know,
they have 3 Estonian players in total, but one of them resides in the UK, so he is all good. I mean, when I think it was Mick joined the server, one of the CAZ players said, "So are you the British one?"
No, but honestly, United Estonia are a quality team, and
they really
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what nationality you are, where you live, or anything like that in Counter-Strike. It's
comes down to what you can do on the server.
It doesn't just come down to what you can do on the server. We're all one big Counter-Strike family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all love a bit of banter, but we know when to remain mature when we need to be. And it looks like they're going to smoke out CT spawn and head mid to B.
Yes, they are. That's a good smoke to start things off. They do get tagged up. Jacob feeling the brute force of a shot. Not sure what that was from. As Spur now, challenging Reason, able to grab that one and going to find himself. What did he pick up? A very nice AK, the only AK that was on the T side. He may decide to try and get a few frags, or he may even save this. As Spuds is in window. Very nice pick from him onto Cow, looking for another one. Not able to find anything just yet. But there is a player lurking at the top of mid. Spur spots him, sprays with the AK. Not able to find a frag though.
Oh, Jacob, again, he loves these positions, which the CTs don't really check much of. And as expected there, I think it was a bit of a disappointment that I think it was Spur who picked up an AK-47. He didn't manage to save it. They actually went for the retake. And that's twice in a row now, Hoss, that they've lost the B bomb site. So you can't really blame United Estonia for it. They still obviously can't afford to buy. But come the next round, that's really when they're going to be looking to try and do some damage. And the problem is they still won't be able to afford an AWP, and I already said this before and I'll say it again, the AWP of Spur is such a crucial way of how they like to play the game.
Yeah, certainly so. I mean, once you get Spur on the AWP, then you're guaranteed to get some entry frags, get the early picks. Speaking of early picks, Mole finds one onto Nuga. Fetz does have a USP, which he took the silencer off of. Mick will now fall towards long as Cow is now waiting. You don't expect a 3-man stack here as Jacob finds out the hard way. That's going to be a Galil over into the hands of Cow. Reason now getting tagged up. Nice flash allows him to get down. But Cow is now in an awkward position, caught out in no man's land.
Spur pushes lowers. This is the second time he manages to pick up a rifle. The question at hand now is whether he's going to opt to save it and fall back, or whether he's going to try and go for the clutch. But it seems like he's going to try and save it. Maybe see if he can get 1 or 2 exit frags as well. So far, Hoss, I'd say that it's been a relatively low-paced game. You know what I'm trying to say? It's been very slow so far. United Estonia haven't really had much to utilise, much to deal a lot of damage with. Spur, he's not going to save that rifle again. He does go down, unfortunately. But the good news for United Estonia here is that they should be able to just about buy up. We can see no helmets, which obviously up against the Galils will make a large difference. But there's only one Galil, and that's the Galil in the hands of Joe.
Certainly is. There hasn't been much aggression. It's mainly been based around these early picks and just having a numbers advantage at the moment. But now with these weapons in hand, it might be a little bit different. We actually see this Galil from Joe. Gonna find the frag onto Nuga. That was a headshot. That's the head armor coming into play. Again, it was that early pick, and now it's opened things up a little bit more for CAZ eSports. They've stretched the defense of the United Estonia side.
They have done, and Joey's just toying with Cal at mid. Here we have Mole, literally pretty much every round we've seen so far. He's just been hovering outside of long to prevent any potential flanks coming in from United Estonia. Reason doing the exact same thing in tunnels. They know that United Estonia, being more of a mixed team, are liable to do strange things like that, to try and push different areas and try and cut off bits of the map. So they're taking it nice and slow. Joe is going to push mid to B, trades that Galil for an M4, but Fetz here has it all to do. He's going to use that pop flash. He will pop out. Fetz gets one, but has to reload. But are the T's going to overpower him and his teammate here? Looks like they're going to try and split B, but Reason also falls to his death.
As does Spuds now, and that's the AWP of Spur coming in, dropping Reason. Now the numbers advantage. Flashbang goes in. Spur again with this AWP looking for another one. Jacob will jump over, but then into the crosshair of Fetz. They retrieve the AWP for their comrade. They're going to drop that one across over to Spur again. So UE getting their first round on the board. CAZ, though, are far from ecoing just yet. Reason is the only one with a little bit of a dodgy economy on his part. But then UE, they only really have FAMASs on their side, so again, it's not too great for them either.
Yeah, but we saw the significance of Spurs AWP, and it was crucial that United Estonia managed to win that round, because if they had lost it, then not only would they have found themselves 4-0 down, but their economy would have been literally dire. And even after winning that round, Hoss, they've still got 2 players on a FAMAS, which really goes to show you can't afford to lose too many rounds on the CT side, because you really will have to pay the price economically.
Yeah, certainly so. As again, there's no real early aggression here. It's just about picks and passive play. We can just see the T side of CAZ. They're kind of fanned out a little bit towards this mid area, just having all their options open. We have one player towards long. He's going to find the frag onto Cal with the grenade, but Spur ready and waiting. There's no mid to be smoke. Spots one player, gets Joe. Might try and re-peek this as Spuds is going to fall back. Doesn't want to challenge that. He was in the less advantageous position. Jacob now getting tagged up towards this A site. Mick going to peek out, gets headshot, and this is going to open up the A bomb site. Rush towards short now. Nugget is the man defending from long. He has quite a few players to contend with. Mole getting the headshot there. And Spur and Fet's going to try and retake this initially and get frags at crossover. Jacob will fall. Spur, in a bit of a tricky position. Mole coming from behind. Little does Spur know about this, as Reason will be the one to drop Spur, and we're now all left up with Fets. 19 HP, 0 HP, and CAZ pull it back in their favour. 4-1, and now it's UE's turn to try and eco this one, as you said, the more expensive side.
Yeah, it was a pretty simple approach from CAZ eSports. They know the danger man in this case is Spur, and that's shown by the fact that he's got 6 frags already on the scoreboard. They went a man down. They knew he was inside that B bomb site. They knew how hard that B bomb site would be to take with the AWP at the back and another rifler in there. So having already got a frag on the A bomb site, they decided, look, there's only 2 more CTs probably on the A bomb site. Let's split it. Let's attack them from both angles. And Mole did really well, in my opinion, to get 2 frags at long. But they've got this eco to deal with. We know how good the 5.7s and P250s can be, especially if they run into the crosshair of Nugget here.
That's exactly what they did. Spuds going to get the bit of lead in his head. Joe will now fall, as will Cal. No, Joe gets frag onto Nugget, sorry. Spur trying to defend this B bomb site again. He's challenged Reason before, turns away from the flash. Reason ducks out of that one, and we're now just left with Mick. USP in hand. What can he do with it? He's just trying to get some frags here. Not able to find anything. Joe pops out a window, finds that frag. And now UE really need to try and get a buy together. They still don't have enough money for an AWP, or Spur does, but the rest of his team wouldn't be able to buy. So it looks like a double eco, which is something we really don't see too often.
Nope, and again, it's what I was talking about earlier on, Hoss. It comes back to haunt you. It really does.
Yeah.
And they haven't really succeeded, United Estonia, on any of their eco rounds. They're going to go for a quick short boost, so only time will tell whether it pays off for them. We've got 2 players in the B bomb site, but Joe just leaping on top of the cement boxes. Noticed that Nugger and co were pushing short, and I think what CAZ eSports need to do now here is just fall back, play it passive, and try to keep their distance. Otherwise, Fet's going to be able to do that with the P250.
Speaking of P250s, Mick down long, trying to trade with it up against Mole. Has come out the better player there, health bars wise, as Reason now finds. But Fett now goes down as well. And we're now just left with Mick. Down long, P250 at range, it's not ideal. Looking pretty dangerous now for United Estonia. I mean, it was an eco they were expected to lose, but only 1 out of 7 rounds on this CT side of Dust 2. You really expect it to be a little bit more even.
Yeah, you would do, but this is where they need to step it up now. We got Spur on over $7,000. They've got no excuse now, Hoss. They've got that big green gun in the AWP, or rather Spurs finally got it in his hands. What we're most likely going to see him do is start off the round by trying to get that entry frag at mid and then fall back and play B ramp passively. But no, he is going to go down already, and well, that is not what the doctor ordered for UE.
No, we've said it before how crucial Spur is in getting these frags. He came out second best there. You were saying how strong Spuds is with that AWP. Showing us exactly why there. Dropping his enemy of Spur. And again, CAZ go into the rounds. One-man advantage has been the story so far. They've always been the team get the early picks. As now B-Tunnels get smoked again here for Feds. He can't see anything. He's gained very little information. Just that there's at least one player there that had a smoke grenade.
Yeah, United Estonia need to make sure that they can return this frag. Carl, the man who's hungry to try and see if he can make his mark and leave his mark on the round. Down goes Jacob, down goes Regan as well, looking for the third, not going to get it, but Nugga returns it. And, well, we can see Mick now retreating to short horse. He knows that Mole and Spuds are there. They're going to smoke crossover. Nugga's already spotted one cross, so it won't surprise me if the CTs close in on them soon, and Spuds should not have re-peaked.
No, he really shouldn't have done. There was even a split second when I thought, Nugga, he's there, just pull the trigger. They've actually been able to retake this, even after losing a man early on. They're going to now run a double AWP setup, as we see Fett take one of them away. UE get their round on the board, 2-6 now. Now they need to just try and build some momentum. We have 5 figures on Joe. He's now bought. And CAZ, they're still far from ecoing. Going to be how United Estonia use these double AWPs. If Spur loses this trade in mid again up against Spuds, and where Nugga is going to play.
Yeah, none of them even bothered peeking mid, really.
Yeah.
They know that they can't really afford to throw away these AWPs cheaply, and they know that they were really fortunate that Cal managed to get 2 frags early on last round on short. But here we go, Joe yet again lurking at lower tunnels, and that's why the CTs keep going aggressive on short, because Joe's done that round after round after round. They're trying to take advantage of that. The CT in Cal now, he's changed his position from short to long. He's playing up close and personal near the barrels, but Mole knew he was there, and he's put him all the way down to 18 points of health. So he's going to fall back and try and play this one passive as Mole tries to creep in. The thing is, if Mole gets long control here, this could be catastrophic for United Estonia.
It really could be. They do have Nugga and Mick playing from the site, but they have short to worry about. As that smoke grenade didn't land towards its intended target. It was meant to go up short, but just fell a little bit short. And went towards CT instead. There is still a slow creep up towards mid.
There's the frag, now they're going to push short.
Nugga doing his best to hold this now, and he's actually got quite a nice angle here. Gets one. Jacob is below him. Unable to flick there. As Jacob gets the headshot. But even so, 3 versus 3. We saw a retake on this site last time round, and we might see it this time round as well, but Reason's in a great position.
Yeah, Reason nails Fets in the head, leaving Mick Spur with it all to do. The 2 B players now need to retake A, but they say, come at me bros, we can do this. Both going to be heading towards short, it seems. And the dead terrorist in lowers should have spotted that on his death cam. And literally, all CAZ eSports have to do here, Hoss, is just play this by the book and hide and run down the clock.
You say
Not
that.
like that.
Jacob peeks, they're going to smoke it out. Bud's missing that shot, gets the one, but Spurs going to get the defusal off. Sneaky beaky like.
That was it. Shouldn't have peaked on ramp. Shouldn't have peaked on ramp. It was literally, it was just a second, one more second if Jacob hadn't peaked, and United Estonia wouldn't have had enough time to defuse. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for them, because they finally managed to build up some sort of solid base of an economy now, and it's allowed them to buy it for a 3rd consecutive round. And they've got that AWP again. Granted, it's not a double AWP setup, which worked for them last round, but let's see what they can do now.
They really can't let Joe keep doing that. It's been a good 70% of the rounds we've seen so far. Joe just runs straight into lower tunnels and peeks onto short. And a good percentage of the time he's got frags from it, as now Nugga is going to be the one to peek out here. Spur needs a bit of trouble. Off at close range isn't going to do anything. Joe, though, very low. Could get punished for it here. Nugga gets one. Tries to spray for Reason. He's got Mole to the left of him, able to fall back just in time. And we're now 2 versus 2. With some aggression coming out from Fetz, gets punished by Mole with that AWP, and they're going to be undecided. Looks like they're now deciding on this B site once the smoke has bloomed. Flashbang goes out towards mid. Now Nugga has to try and retake this.
Yeah, they know that both Mick and Spur are being killed, so chances are the CT is going to be hovering between the two bomb sites. They are going to plan for tunnels, so really in a sort of situation like this, you'd want Mole playing somewhere at long distance. It's not ideal where it's sat underneath window, but he is going to end up in a perfect position to deal with Nugget coming through tunnels. Surprisingly misses that shot, but it should be an easy crossfire here, really. As soon as Nugget shows a bit of too much flesh, Reason comes in from behind. But it was in fact Mole who got the frag, so 7-3 on the scoreboard. And there it is, it's reset again, Hoss. United Estonia, they won 2 consecutive rounds. And the second they lose one, boom, see you later economy. And that also emphasises how close the rounds that United Estonia won actually were. Because they obviously came down to that 3 versus 1 in the first round, and then that 2 versus 2 in that second round.
Yeah, and it just goes to show, as you said, just how close the economies are and how one round can just plummet you to an eco round. As we're going to see some aggression from the CT side, they're going to drop Mick and get the bomb. This is pretty big here. They've found themselves some weapons as well. Cal's got an AWP. May decides to just run and save this one. Peeking towards B. Bomb site. Joe is going to come around the corner, gets that frag. And it's now just Mick left all by himself. P250 in hand. But hey, they've done some damage to CAZ's economy, which is also on a slight knife's edge. But even so, it shouldn't be enough for them to force any terrible buys out of them just yet.
Nope. Mick now, he knows that the teams need this bomb. And he knows that they're going to be sometime soon. That nade is going to fall right in front of the CT, dealing no damage to him though, and he may have gotten away with this. If he can frag Mole and pick up that AK, he might be in a great position to deal a lot of damage. He's not got armor, but Reason is going to scourge towards that B-bomb site to get the bomb down. Joe needs to be careful not to give away his position, but Mick knows what's coming. Unless, nope, he's made the mistake. He's assumed no one's there. And that was poor from Mick. You can't afford to take risks like that, Hoss, especially in a situation like that. If he had checked his left, if it had occurred to him that both T's must have picked up the bomb from low and they may have left someone flanking, then he may have gotten that frag and found himself in a 1v1. But unfortunate, but hey ho, it was only an eco round for UE, so they're not gonna be too downhearted with how that round went, rather, because they took out 3 of the 5 terrorists, which is still a decent amount of economical damage on their behalf on an eco.
It certainly is, as we're now going to see a pretty weak buy coming out from UE, but it's all they can put together. Very few grenades. Those, oh no, only 1 smoke, and that's on Spur. They're actually going to push through and take Spur out, losing the AWP. As Fetz is going to be the one to pick that one up. Gonna look, gets the headshot onto Jacob, that's a very nice pick. Evening out the numbers again now. Cal getting sprayed through the door at long, he knows there's someone there, and is just going to try and cross over. Actually tagged Mole up in the process, I think. He's down to 48 points of health, and now Mole's going to try and go for the repeat, but the smoke is there to just aid Cal in his escape.
Yeah, the idea now, we've seen CAZ eSports try and execute this before. Mole's going to try and creep at long, see if he can get a frag. And second he does get a frag, CAZ eSports would then most likely scurry towards short and try and push the A-bomb site before the rest of the CTs have time to rotate. But Mole knows there's no one at long, he can't hear anything, but he's still got to play this cautious, and well, Fetz gets that entry, spots the leg of Reason as well. He'll be calling this on voice comms. It's Reason versus Fetz, and the AWP wins, of course. And now Joe is going to take him on. It's the battle of the snipers here at B. And Fetz wins again.
As Mick wins the rifle trade onto Mole as well, so this is UE getting another round win in here. And the economy for CAZ isn't too great. They may have to eco this with Reason dropping a few pistols. Because look at that, Jacob 1.5, Mole 2.4. It's just not great for them, as UE going back for this double AWP setup. Fetz showed how strong he was there, but he can't really go into a round where he has the money to buy an AWP and not buy one.
So, United Estonia changing things round. Mick, rather than going towards a B bomb site, has in fact joined his comrade in Cal long. So the smoke has gone down, the defensive smoke, to allow him to get these really up close and personal positions near long hut. But it's crucial here that Nugget doesn't go down, because the eco's going to come in. They're going to try and execute mid to B, and this is where the Tech 9 is at its deadliest. Joe's now going to pick up this M4. Fetz feeling the damage, but he might go down soon. There is the headshot, the second of the round coming in from Joe. And well, they've got to be careful. Spur was lurking, but he falls to his death as well. And CAZ, Hoss have managed to do what United Estonia so far haven't managed to do. And they're on the verge of winning this eco round.
They certainly are. United Estonia now, though, need to retake this. And the B-bomb site, it's the harder one of the two. We're just left with Cal. Been able to get one frag, but Jacob, with the M4 that he picked up, is able to find the kill and wins the round. And as you said, it's something United Estonia needed to do on their eco rounds, but just weren't able to. CAZ showing them what it takes with those Tech 9s. As now Spuds has this AWP, and look at this. United Estonia kind of forced buying this a little bit. Spur only on a 5-7, Nuga on a FAMAS, and we've still got 1 round and a half after this one.
Yeah, we do. Let's see how this one's going to turn out before we think to the future. Spur, great kill from him. He's got to be careful. Reason gets the trade frag. Mole as well onto Cal at long. Mole round after round continuing to show Cal who's the boss. And of course, less CTs means they can cover less ground. And Reason's got to be careful here.
Careful he wasn't, got taken down by Fetz, as we're now just left with Mole and Jacob left. Jacob trying to find something on this B-bomb site. Little does he know, he could probably just waltz on in there and not find much resistance initially, as the two CTs are playing towards mid more so and out of the B-bomb site. Jacob is going to look to challenge someone on mid here. Gonna pop flash over and push it.
Had a lot of success trying to go mid-B, so CAZ eSports looking to try and utilise that route yet again, but Jacob and his teammate in Mole deciding they're both going to try and put their eggs in one basket and head towards a B-bomb site. And it's a great guess from them, because there is no CT on the bomb site, only Fetz now, but they have taken their time. Mole trying to take it all alone with that AWP, and really wasn't the ideal weapon of choice for Mole. And it was unfortunate that he didn't pre-fire window to get the entry frag, because if he had gotten that frag on Fetz and Jacob wasn't so far behind, then they may have been able to explode right after getting that frag plant and getting some decent after plant positions, because the other CT on B ramp would have then been forced to wait over for the A player to rotate in. But instead, we've got a battle of the AWPers at mid. It's Spur versus Spuds, and Spur finally wins that battle. He took his time, but this could be crucial, Hoss, because 9-6 will be a great return for United Estonia, especially when you consider how one-sided the game was earlier on.
They were 6-1 down, I think, at one point. Bring that back, yeah, to 9-6 would be a great way for them, and that's not a shabby scoreline on either side of Dust 2. As maybe against one, tries to free for a second, it's Fetz who will come at that one. Mole puts him down, but he's now in no man's land with the bomb. It's going to be a 2-man B wraparound here. Fetz finds, in fact, Spur, finds one, flicks for the second onto Mole, and United Estonia get their 6 rounds on the board.
Yep, great play from United Estonia. I'm not going to lie, some of the rounds that they managed were really, really scrappy, but that's the thing about Counter-Strike, and in particular UK CS. That's what it can come down to sometimes, and it doesn't matter how you win the rounds. What's important is that you win the goddamn rounds. But taking a look at the scoreboard, Spuds, the man who I said could end up playing a crucial factor for CAZ eSports, I hate to say it, failing to stand up and fight his own with only 5 frags so far. It's a bit disappointing from a player of his caliber. And as far as players who are doing well, let's try and focus on the positives. We've got Joe on 19 frags, so fair play to him.
Certainly so, as we can see United Estonia, it's a little bit more of a team effort coming out from them. Spur 12, Fetz 12, Mick 9, and then Cal and Nuga both on 7. It's a lot more of shared kills, I guess you could say, making sure that, especially on that CT side, I guess it kind of shows that CAZ eSports didn't really favour a site too often. If the kills are that close from United Estonia, then it goes to show that CAZ obviously split their rounds and went A every now and then, B every now and then. And from memory, I don't think there was a clear site they favoured going to either.
As well, it's also worth mentioning that Joe, if we analyse his role was on the T side, he was one of the major entry fraggers for United Estonia, alongside Mole, who was trying to entry frag long by himself. While Spuds, Granted, he's only got 5 frags. His role was to play the AWPer, and we know that he was really, really unfortunate to go down. I think it was at least twice trying to get that early frag at mid. And the thing is, when you're dead, you can't potentially frag. Your teammates are going to get the mass majority of the frags. So that's why we always say in Counter-Strike, it's not all about the scoreboard. It's not all about your KDR. It's about your contribution to the team, and different roles are guaranteed to get more frags than others.
Yep.
And that's why I love CS as opposed to, for example, other FPS games like Call of Duty, where everyone just focuses on KDR because there's no real tactical element to the game.
And Q Flame from COD players.
No, we've got no COD players watching this stream. No.
But yeah, I completely agree. You feel like you're actually contributing to your team's effort, even if you may be bottom fragging. You know that maybe you're the guy pop flashing your teammate in.
Yeah, precisely.
You're the guy smoking off an angle but
when
getting punished for it.
When you see your teammate getting the kill, you know it was your smoke or your flash that contributed towards him getting that frag.
Yeah. You were baiting out of long doors just to make sure that your teammate got that trade frag. All adds up.
Exactly. That's the name of the game as far as crossfires are concerned. And crossfires, again, I love crossfires. Different ways of playing Counter-Strike, different styles that people prefer. The same way how in football there's different styles. And historically, UK CS has always been about sort of old-fashioned set-piece execution approach, which used to work a lot better back in Source, as opposed to now in CSGO, where the game seems a lot less tactical. It's more about who can run and frag, if you know what I mean. And it's really, really fun to see a lot of UK teams, a lot of UK upcoming teams, like United Estonia, who are a team of several great aimers, just play a very, very loose style of play, similar to the way Fnatic do, for example. And it's always a great brand of Counter-Strike to watch. And in my opinion, it's a lot more fun than, for example, the brand of Counter-Strike that Existence teams in the past, which are very set-piece heavy, have tried to execute in the way Titan currently play. But yeah, it looks like we're going to go live sometime soon, judging by the chat in the chat, since people tend to chat in the chat, since that's what the chat is for. Obviously, last week we spoke a lot about T, Hoss.
Yeah, we did. What's this week's agenda?
I don't know, mate.
No.
No, what do you want to talk about? We can continue talking about T if you want.
I know
there were people talking about tea in the chat earlier on. Someone mentioned English breakfast. I mentioned Russian Earl Grey, which you know is my favourite. Oh yeah. Oh wait, we're going live. I was going to tell you about what happened with me at Birmingham New Street yesterday. God damn it.
What?
I was going to tell you what happened with me yesterday at Birmingham New Street.
Oh, I heard. It seemed like you had your own little Special Olympics going on.
Oh, mate, I was running through Birmingham New Street faster than Usain Bolt ran his 100-metre sprint, I'll tell you that. But anyways, let's see who's going to be the fastest to either of these two bomb sites. United Estonia throwing all their eggs in one basket, hitting short, wasting no time. But Nugget's going to be the man to try and flank. But look at this. Splits just with the silenced USP. He drops one. He needs to really make another frag here to really make this defense count. But he will fall to his death as well. And United Estonia fighting back really, really strongly in this second half.
Coming out with those 3 frags early on. As Reason now looking to get a return onto Nugget here. Joe is supporting and just going for this as a 2-man squad. Ducking and diving, finally gets taken down. Didn't actually do too much damage back onto Reason and Joe, and now Fetz will fall the molly. Will do a little bit of damage though, but not too much. And suddenly we're 2 versus 2, but there's no kit on either side. We like to think that this bomb is going to go off. Burr finds one frag. Cow will get taken down here. Very nice flick at the end there though.
Yeah, I love seeing frags like that. Even Spur was laughing about it, XD. But yeah, I mean... I said he was going to be the fastest on either of the 2 bomb sites, and United Estonia really didn't waste too much time making their way onto short, and I think an approach like that really took CAZ eSports by surprise. And United Estonia, now that they've capitalised on the pistol, realistically speaking, they should go on to win the next 2 rounds because of the guns they've got to play with. This is pretty risky here, Hoss. They've only got 2 AKs, and the other 3 have pistols.
I was going to say, this is risky for 2 situations. First of all, they have the AKs. Second of all, only 2 of them have the AKs. Like, usually I'd like to see maybe a... I'm happy with seeing some Tech 9s in there, but maybe some SMGs or Galils, not full-on AKs, but lucky for them, they were able to get 2 very clean entry frags. They've left Spur lurking with only a P250 in hand. Now Nuga as well, but that's 1 AK down. Spur needs to retrieve that one, as he will be able to do so indeed. 13 bullets left in that one as Mole. Last man standing on short, just playing for what is likely to be exit frags now.
Yeah, if you're wanting to get an exit frag, probably trade the USP for the Tech 9 now. He's going to try and run away, but unfortunately, he has Cal nearby. Good flash coming out from him. There's another from Mole, but finally they shut him down. But the thing is, Hoss, this is where the fact that United Estonia took the risk and only went for 2 AKs pays off. Because the idea was, one person loses an AK, the others have armor, they'll recycle that AK-47. So United Estonia, they had 2 AKs, 3 of them died, which meant they still salvaged the 2 AKs. And because 3 other players, only one of them bought up a Tech 9, the others bought up P250s, I think it was. They have more than enough money to buy up properly this time round. But, and this is a big but, they've still got to be careful. Because we know the P250s and 5.7s can be ridiculously strong at close range. If United Estonia give away some of these AK-47s, then CAZ will definitely do the damage with them when they pick them up.
Yeah, and I'm actually surprised we didn't see Spur just buy Tech 9 this round and be happy with that, and just to make sure he can get the AWP next round. Mick going to get taken down. P250 headshot at close range is a kill, but now Spur gets the return for 1. There is 1 more lurking towards A, the other 2 are Joe and Reason towards B. Cal, acting as a distraction, gets headshot, as now this has to be assigned to go towards A. Is Mole waiting by steps, ducking and diving again. He gets taken down and punished for it, as CAZ retrieve 1 AK-47, that's on Reason. And will they try and retake this, or will they go for the save?
Personally, I think they should probably try and go for the save here, or try and go for exit frags at least. They've both picked up AK-47s now, so really for me it's a no-brainer. They both have no armor. They've still managed to drop 2 in Cal and Mick and salvage their AKs, of course, so it's really not going to be too bad of a round, and it'll still be even Steven at 9-9, so it's not like they're handing over the lead or anything like that. And still at this point in the game, even if they did hand over the lead, CAZ eSports in this second half still haven't actually attempted to play with proper guns and go for a proper gun round, so there's still plenty of room for error, but Joe really should have tried to survive there. He did not have to go for that battle.
Yeah, there was no need for it. It means that he has to rebuy, but he is going to go for this AWP. Usually see that one drop to Spud. Spud's thinking about whether they want to go double AWP or not here, it seems. It looks like there are, so we're going to have 2 AWPs versus 1. Spur is the one, and in fact, where is he right now? He's got a very nice timing push for B site. He's ready and waiting there. Nuga is going to assist him, along with 2 other members. And then we have Mick just at the top of mid, stopping any aggression coming out from down long.
Yeah, they've put the AWPer in up tunnels. He's going to try and see if he can get an exit frag, and he might be able to here, you know, if Joe shows a bit of too much flesh. Spur's going to know exactly where he's hiding. He's going to spot him, but it's Joe versus Spur. Joe wins that battle. Is anyone going to try and pick up that AWP and take Joe back on? It would definitely take a brave man to even attempt to do that. But there it is, Fetz is going to try and pick it up. But he's got to wait for this smoke, of course, to disappear first before he tries to take him on.
Yep, as they're going to rotate towards the A site. Fetz just picking the bomb up, dropping it off to his teammate in Nuga. As Jacob is waiting just below short here. Going to chuck a flash up, just try and delay the United Estonia push that may come in towards short. Site gets flashed up. And again, Jacob isn't too blind. They're actually going to go for the mid to B push. The very nice smoke has gone out. But there's no wraparound, it's just 4 players through mid, and Fetz getting legged there.
Yep, Reason with the double, and Fetz will also fall to his death. So, CAZ eSports, despite losing the pistol round, asserting their dominance back on the game, and it's crucial that they don't fall into the same mistake that United Estonia fell into when they were on the CT side and go for the force buys and try to gamble it. They are going to try and build up a solid foundation economically, and winning that round will definitely help them. And of course, the fact that Reason saved or salvaged an AK-47 rather from the third round. Has also helped their economical situation, but that T-smoke being utilised, funnily enough, by a CT. Jacob's going to fall back because he knows that the T's are going to be hot on his tail. But despite that, Hoss, the CTs still know they have this numerical advantage.
4 versus 2 with 2 AWPs, make that 4 versus 1 still with 2 AWPs. Nuga's now going to try and challenge. There's of course the option for him to just try and save this here, but it's a very long save. He needs to try and get frags before getting hunted down. Does have a nice angle here. Catch someone peeking. It's actually going to be Jacob that peeks. Don't think he spotted the head of Nuga just yet as Nuga starts to slowly walk up. Now just a waiting game. Who's going to move first? Of course, if Nuga does rattle one shot off, they'll know exactly where he is. And Spuds knows where he is. There we go. Ending that round. And now this is the foundation that you're talking about. CAZ starting to build up their economy. Reason on 9k, even after buying up a good amount of grenades on him. Whereas UE having to eco this one. Not looking good for them.
Yeah, sure. One thing I'd like to see from United Estonia is sort of a repeat from what we saw in the pistol round. A fast and furious round from United Estonia. Because even historically, that's what they've always been really good at. They're going to try and infiltrate the B-bomb site by the looks of things. They hear that Molotov coming in, so they might have a change of heart. Are we going to see a CT smoke come out? No, they're wasting no time, as a matter of fact, and Jacob in a perfect position to deal a heck of a load of damage to the incoming Estonians, or to the incoming United Estonians. There is the smoke finally. Nuga all by himself. The comrades finally come in, Spur with a headshot, and Jacob is going to creep through the smoke in a great position to deal a heck of a load of damage, but they're now going to try and gangbang Joe at the back of the bomb site. He falls to his death as well. Cal picks up the AWP, and they've now got a bomb site to hold.
They have one flash left, now they have none. Spuds is trying to jump in through this door with Dior, picks off one. Jacob coming through window, Spuds gets the second. Spuds looking for the third, they know exactly where Fetz is. They are going to take him down. There is a kit as well here. It looks like this is going to be a defused bomb for CAZ eSports and a round for them, but even so, United Estonia, they were on the eco round, they got the bomb down, they forced 2 rebuys. It's what you really aim for in an eco round, but they might just be a little bit annoyed at themselves they couldn't hold on to that a little bit longer.
Red Ice just announced retirement from esports. What? Red Eye has announced retirement from esports. I think I need to step out of this cast and go and cry myself to sleep. But yeah, that's
just a moment of silence.
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah,
bow our heads.
Bow our heads. A minute of silence to the best commentator to ever grace this game, in my opinion. But anyways, let's stay professional for now.
Yep.
Yeah. 12-9 in favour of CAZ. And United Estonia, they can't really afford to lose this round because they've gone for the double up setup. But of course, it's a lot easier to up when you're on the more passive CT side than the T side. But Jacob runs straight into the scope of Spur. Nuga knows there's someone lurking at the back of this A-bomb site. And in a blink of an eye, United Estonia quickly turn things round.
Yeah, they are. They're not able to find the frag onto Reason, though. As Mick will fall. 3 versus 2 now. He needs to try and get this bomb down. Joe is... I was going to say dancing with death, but in fact it was Spur doing that. They just need to get past crossover here and find a moment where Joe isn't looking that way, nor is Reason. That's going to help with the flashbang that goes out. Reason is looking towards CT. A little bit of team damage coming in as they try and take out Joe, but not able to find a shot that connects. They will get the bomb down though, and now they have 2 flashes as well as their weapons to try and help them defend this one.
Yeah, again, United Estonia have got to do what CAZ eSports couldn't do in the previous half, and it's simply don't peek. You know, play for time. I know that they've got the AWP, but look at this terrific flank coming in. Joe saving the day. Reason will pick up that second AWP, and that was brilliantly played, because what happened was Reason made all the noise coming up from CT spawn. The T's got hungry. The T's focused all their focus on Reason coming up from CT spawn, and they completely forgot to keep an eye on long, where Joe punished them. And to be fair to him, it's not easy to hit those kind of shots, and to be fair, Hoss, that pretty much sums up why he's on 30 frags already. He's been playing extremely well.
Yeah, he certainly has. You really can't take that away from him. He's been frag happy for his team. I actually see Cal not getting a single frag in this second half so far. To get himself involved in this one.
Just so you're aware, my game has crashed. So.
Your game has crashed, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Spur is opening things up here, doing exactly what Joe did last round, where he went down into lower tunnels and picks off a guy on short. That guy was Jacob. He's now actually going to hop onto short. There is a player pushing towards long, though, in the CT. That will be Mole, but hasn't pushed too far just yet. That's Cal causing a distraction towards B, keeping two CTs over there. There's two members of UE now have made their way through mid. The smoke really isn't helping them, a little bit oddly positioned as Sugar now falls, turning it back into a 4v4. And it could just turn into a standard B take through tunnel. Spur still toying with the idea of a mid to B. And it looks like they're now going to try and execute this. The second smoke is though. It is Reason and... that is Reason and Spuds on the B-bomb site. They trade 2 for 2 as they need to get this bomb down quick. Spur has gone to the back of the site. He has this AWP in hand. But where's he going to look? He's going for a quick peek out of window. Headshot onto Mole. Very nicely done from him. Now we're just left with Spuds to bring UE into double round figures. Gets the tag. There it is. Nice Estonia now. 10 rounds to them, but they're still trailing by 3, and CAZ eSports can, of course, keep on buying. Are you back in game yet, Summoner?
I need to launch the game.
Ugh.
Sorry. Basically, I just opened up the scoreboard and my game crashed, so...
Okay.
Good job, Volvo.
Yep, everyone loves Volve.
Volve. Volve. I've heard Valve and I've heard Volvo. You just combine the two together and come up with Volve.
Vic opening things up down long. They trade 2 for 1. Jacob also gets punished down to 13 HP with a FAMAS in hand. Joe, or AWP on the B side, gets taken down as Cal came out of the smoke. Joe switched to his knife at the wrong moment. But now Cal may get punished by Reason, and he will do so. Speaking of Reason, it is just him left. And he may decide to save this one. Their economy now isn't looking too great. He's only on 750. Probably best for him to try and save this gun. And that's exactly what he's going to do at the end of the B site, although he might actually get pushed here by Nuga and Fetz. They are spraying towards him, take him down. That is no save, and it's going to be a double AWP set up for the next round of United Estonia. Actually something we like to see FM do quite a bit on T-side Dust 2, if I recall correctly. They like the double AWP setup idea. Obviously a lot more on CT, but we have seen them use it on the T side. As CAZ eSports now have an eco around, as they're still hold the lead 13-11.
Keep the faith. My game will stop not responding soon, I'm sure.
Mole, though, gets a very nice one dink with the USP onto Cal. Meaning that it's now a numbers game in favour of CAZ eSports, but again, they don't really have the weapons. P250s, they have found the AK, though, from Cal. Jacob does get taken down, as does Spuds. So that numbers now sways in favour of the Estonians. They also get the bomb down for a little bit of extra cash if this round wasn't won already for them. It's now 35 seconds, probably less than now. As Mick is trying to find the frag onto Reason, and does so. Joe, though, still has the AK, so he's definitely taking that one through. Always ready and waiting for these exits. He has players coming towards him, but he will get taken down. As United Estonia bring it back now to 1 round difference. 13-12 in favour of CAZ eSports. Does your game like you yet?
We're getting there, we're getting there. It's currently loading up. But it's no longer not responding, so it is alive.
You have an SSD?
No, I don't.
I don't either, I desperately need one.
But I haven't reformatted this computer in like 4 years. And I need to reformat it, but I just haven't got the time for it. And now it's not responding again. Holy moly.
Well, we have Spuds picking up the AWP this time round. Double flashbang with him as well, just to help him open up his options. 3-man push towards long coming out of United Estonia, and then 2 lurking towards the B side. The bomb is, of course, down long with the majority of the players. Now I'm going to send a flashbang out. Cow getting the very nice frag onto Spuds. That's the AWP threat down, but as we've said before, he isn't fragging too great for his team. Jacob does come in towards this A site, flashes up 2 members, able to find the frag onto Mick. Nuga now lurking towards B, trying to push in. Spots a player cross over him. Isn't even going to fire the shot off, and he's going to go for the repeat, Joe, and gets taken down. A little bit of a mistake coming out from him. Mole pushing up short. Pretty sure he heard exactly where Spur was. Spur jumps, dodges a few shots there, down to 76 HP, but can't really reface that one just yet.
Boss.
Yes.
I'm connecting.
Nice.
Don't worry, I'm coming to save you.
Jacob does find a frag though. Trying to save his team here. 3-man push towards the B bomb site coming out now. 10 seconds left. It's almost a desperation play. Mole coming behind. A little bit too slowly though. They are on this site. Are they going to get the bomb down in time? Yes, they are. They find the frag onto Jacob as well. Reason does return it onto Spur. Nugger and Fetz versus is Mole and Reason. Now it's just Fetz. This is the 2 CTs. Bomb ticking away. He is at the back of this site. Mole finds the headshot. And they're going to get the defuse off. 14-12 now. But United Estonia can get another buy round in, so it's not all lost for them just yet. CAZ need a mere 2 rounds. Takes this one home.
Can't afford in a situation like that not to keep your eye out on tunnels.
Yep.
Especially players of United Estonia's calibre, they're going to be ruining that mistake because, I mean, they had someone on the B bomb site. Why do you necessarily in that situation require someone else? Or why take that gamble? I don't know. But there is the smoke. The auto director by itself decided to follow the smoke, and now it's left us stuck. Did you get that as well?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so my auto director decided to follow the smoke. Hopefully it'll switch over soon.
While it doesn't though, it looks like Jacob just rotating between B and mid here. They try and get intel about how UE are setting this one up.
Taking their time?
Yeah, they certainly are. Jacob's trying to peek out mid here, allowing himself with the flashbang, but not finding a great deal of intel there.
Nuga sort of playing a similar role to Mole when CAZ were on the T side. He's the man who is going to try and hold long, scout out long, but here we go, Joe, yet again from the back of the B bomb site. And even before my game crashed, continuously saw United Estonia single peek the tunnels area. Maybe try and peek with 2 people, try and get the return frag. It's far too easy for CAZ eSports like this. United Estonia dropping like flies one by one. It's crucial now that Mick manages to capitalise on this, but no, Spuds is just going to flash him out and fall back, and he's playing this by the book.
Certainly is. T-side going to get the bomb down here. Planted for short. It's a little bit safe, so there's no big threat from long. They already have 1 player on short in Fetz. He will even find the frag onto Reason to help the odds go in their favour. Joe now jumping up. That nade will not find him. Scoped in, turning this corner, finds the frag onto Fetz. Not sure if he knows where Cow is. Cow's going to be hearing that. Does pre-fire the corner. And now 2 versus 1. This bomb is perfectly planted. Look at this. Mick just cleaning them out here. But surely doesn't have enough time here. 3, 2, 1. No, he knows he doesn't. UE. Yeah, the bomb. Explosion. 13 rounds now for them, and this is a lot closer than we both thought. You said 16-10 in favour of UE. I said 16-12 in favour of CAZ. And in classic UK fashion, we might even have a full 30 rounds.
Great quick thinking from United Estonia. It completely left my mind that they could have potentially planted for short like that. And Reason, I said he played it by the book, or Spuds rather, I said he played it by the book because I was thinking to myself, right, he's going to fall into pit now, and they're not really going to be able to plant on the A bomb site unless they do it behind the box without him putting down fire onto him, but then they decided, look, we've got short control. He's not going to be able to AWP us behind these boxes from long for the angle where we plant. They planted for short. They put the mass majority of their men on short and set up the crossfire, and then it just hit the CTs, and they knew they had to retake, and now they're down on an eco. Only P250s with a P2000. So United Estonia in a prime position now to even things up at 14-all, and we could have one heck of a game on our hands, really. And you don't expect United Estonia to throw this one down the drain. They're just... look at the firepower they've got.
Mick does lose some of that firepower though, and that just falls nicely into the hands of Jacob. 4 versus 3, they have 2 AKs, they don't really have many nades, they have 1 flash which has just been used. Reason now trying to trade with Cal. Does take a pretty big hit. Fet's cleaning 2 frags up though, gonna make it a 3rd for him. As Cal gonna find the last frag of the round, and now, as you said, we are now tied 14 rounds each. Now or never for CAZ. They're gonna try and force this one up to stop the match point coming in, but if they lose this one then they may be stranded on bit of a dodgy economy, having to jumble sail by that last final round.
Some smoke, or flash rather, pop flash going out towards long. 3 CTs already to potentially prevent what could have potentially been a push. Jacob the man with the FAMAS, but it does look like United Estonia are going to try and stay up close to each other. The bomb's being planted outside of long, which suggests a potential A split, but they want to continue with their philosophy of slow and steady wins the race. Both teams here really just waiting for the other to make a potential mistake. That smoke's going to go out to CT spawn. They're trying to fake to B push, but with that bomb being thrown onto short, got a funny feeling they might try and split this towards the A bomb site.
Well, they've certainly got some players up on short. They don't really have anyone down long. Of course, if they were to go down towards long, they'd have Mole to deal with. They only really have to get rid of 1 player here, and that's going to be Spuds with this AWP. If they get rid of him, then the bomb site is relatively open, and we can have a repeat of 2 rounds ago where they just plant for short. They're in fact going to smoke the site a little bit here. Bud's able to get 1 frag early on though, going to rotate now towards long. Mick, I like the position he's in. He's lurking, gets the frag onto Joe. Bomb is down. Again, it looks like it's a short plant. Now CAZ have to try and retake this one. Mick did get caught looking in towards nowhere. Just Spur and Cow left. Now it's just Cow, and is this all falling apart a little bit for United Estonia? It is planted perfectly though.
It is Cal, 2 versus 1 now. He has managed to put Spuds down to only 21 points of health. Cal comes out, Cal wins the round. Great play from Cal. 15-14. And
Look at that economy.
CAZ's economy is dire. They have to force up. My prediction was for United Estonia to win it. And again, United Estonia showing us how crucial that new short plant spot can be when you play it correctly. It's almost strong as planting for long and sticking an AWP in pit.
United Estonia have surprised us with these short plants. 2 rounds. They've got the bomb down on the A site, and they were both planted for short. Has just had no real idea what to do. They just got mowed down as soon as they tried to enter it, and Cow at the end there played it to perfection. As Joe is tagged to start things off, and United Estonia know the state that CAZ are in. They know it's not a strong buy. They don't really want to risk anything. They're just going to use these nades that they have, try and get on this B bomb site. There are 3 CTs here. The flashbang goes out. That's Joe that's blind. That counter flash is going to be amazing though.
Yep, all hell breaking loose here on the B bomb site, but look at this, they haven't realised where that CT is hiding, but Cal finally puts him to sleep. Joe has left the server already, Mole all by himself, and it does look like that is going to be the end of things for CAZ eSports. The fat lady has sung, and United Estonia emerging victorious. CAZ eSports, well, they're out of contention now for an EPS spot, and that's really disappointing, but fair play to United Estonia.